delicious influence on Malaysian cuisine comes from Portugal. In the 16th century, these incredible sailors from Europe brought spices from their world travels. And thanks to them, today on 10th Street, you can actually have Malaysian paella right here at Cafe Asian.
At Cafe Asian, you can dine al fresco on Malaysian pork chops, shrimp and noodle stir fry, or try Chef Simpson's signature dish, Malaysian paella.
It already smells good, Simpson.
Simpson came to New York in 1988 and after working at the UN decided to open up this spot about 15 years ago. It has been a West Village staple ever since. And I should know, I used to live down the block.
Malaysian cuisine has Portuguese influence. They brought some spices to Malaysia, right?
Yes, they brought sausages.
They brought sausages.
Yes. And also now the next thing I'm going to put is mushroom. These are all wild Japanese mushroom. And the sauce. The sauce is sesame oil, soy sauce, and oyster sauce, a little bit of the sweet soy sauce. It's Malaysian paella, all right.
Wow. That smells good. Can we do the onions on top?
Sure, go ahead.
And just 20 minutes later, I sat down with my buddy Jim, who has been loving Cafe Asian for as long as I have.
Be careful, don't burn your mouth. Okay, you ready? Da, 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 da. In 3, 2, you're gonna say it with me. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. That is so good. It is like a paella, but it has this kind of Indonesian, Thai, Chinese spices. You have to come down to Cafe Asian and try the Malaysian paella. It is fantastic. Now on this Malaysian food crawl, we wanted to introduce you to a true hidden gem. So we headed here to Elizabeth Street in Chinatown to check out a tiny shop that serves the most awesome portable treat. So what kind should we try? What's the number one? The best? Everything is the best? Oh, there's a spicy pork jerky.
You know, it's hard to believe that we're standing here in Chinatown in a Malaysian beef jerky place, but I'm going to talk to you about South America.
What?
The actual preserving of meat like this drying, the smoking, the flavoring of meat is created in the Andes. And it's considered to be the first known example of preserving food in human history.
So how did it find its way to Malaysia? Well, it could be the Portuguese, and it could be Christopher Columbus. But the process, which is still popular today, dates back to prehistoric times.
Oh, good.
Yes, that's very good.
It is delicious. And it's cheap.
Now, you can basically feed a baseball team on this.
Coming up, sweet coconut rice, a fried Malaysian banana split. We get serious about spices and meet up with one of New York's hottest chefs who teaches me all about roti canai. But it is inside this darkened alley where we find the Malaysian gold mine. Toni on trivia, win $100 to spend at 5 Malaysian restaurants or $100 to blow at PC Richard & Sons.
Now, if you keep up with New York food news, then you probably already know that Malaysian cuisine is the trendiest dish in town. In fact, Fatty Crab 2 in the West Village is always packed. So we met up with the owner, Zach, to find out what this food trend is all about.
When you first meet Zach Palacio, you may not know that he graduated first in his class from the French Culinary Institute. He looks more like a hipster from Williamsburg, where he recently opened his latest critically acclaimed creation called Fatty Q. But when we started our culinary crawl, it was obvious that Zach has a passion for this food.
A good curry is a broken curry. You want a little oil to be floating on the top. You don't want it homogenized. So this is a curried laksa. Laksa is a noodle soup. If anybody asks me what is the national dish in Malaysia, I say laksa, because laksa comes in so many varieties. There's so many different variations of laksa. It would take a lifetime to learn them all. That's a sign of appreciation. It means you're digging it. Roti canai means handkerchief bread. And what they do is these guys are like the pizzaiolo of Malaysia. You know, the great pizzaiolo of Naples. They could toss the pie, they pound out a pie. Perfect thinness, perfect doneness every time. These guys flip bread until it's transparent. You dip it in the curry.
3, 2, 1. night market has come and gone, but you are going to have to try roti canai for yourself. It is so good. So all you have to do is head down to this little alleyway off of Barry to try some of the best stuff in town, and it will only cost you $3 here at New Malaysia.
You know a place has got to be good when it is the go-to spot for Malaysian families living in New York. And that's where we ran into Toni On fan and culinary adventure seeker Erica Klein.
How'd you find out about this place?
A Chinese friend recommended it for pure, authentic Malaysian food. So,
All right, what are your favorite dishes?
so far, roti canai, which is actually I've been devoured and delighted in and removed, beef rendang, Hainanese rice, and I ordered some of the ginger sauce only because I saw it at the register. So that's a really nice compliment.
And when it comes to the hidden gems around town, it used to be all word of mouth. But when we went to MalaysiaKitchenNYC.com, we headed straight to Queens, and we instantly knew that Curry Leaves was our kind of place. It may be located on 40th Street in Flushing, but you may think you are actually in Malaysia. The chef doesn't speak much English, nor does the staff, but when it comes to that famous dish, roti canai, his techniques speak louder than words. He puts it on the grill, then he serves it to me and Seth with a side of incredible, spicy potato curry. Crispy on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, roti means bread, and canai, yes pronounced with a ch, derives from Chennai, spelled differently, a city in India, from where this dish came.
It's meant to be eaten with your fingers.
Yeah, I know,
So,
as you can see.
you're being a little bit delicate there. You gotta really
I'm not actually being rude.
Dig in. You take a piece, and you just use your hand, the right hand,
It's always the right hand.
and you dip and you eat.
$3.50. This for $3.50. You can make a whole lunch of this.
But this lunch was far from over. Next up, the Malaysian staple, curry laksa. But what is laksa? Well, laksa means noodles, and curry laksa is coconut-based, flavored with lemongrass, and serious spices.
That's a little kick to it.
The coconut milk doesn't cut the spice, but it smooths it out across the tongue.
And coconuts.
And coconuts.
You can go back in time with coconuts. 15 million years I've read.
Or the Marx Brothers.
Another favorite spot in the area is named after the second smallest state in Malaysia. But the island of Penang is also known as one of the culinary capitals of the world.
Penang has 8 locations in the tri-state area. The menu at this Malaysian fave reflects the fusion. One of their most renowned plates may be hard to pronounce, but it is easy on the wallet here at Elmhurst. Penang char kway teow. Char kway teow literally means stir-fried rice cake strips, and in fact, it is a fried rice noodle dish with shrimp, squid, and egg. The best part? It will only cost you $6.
Tell me the name again. Tell me the name.
Char kway teow.
I can't say it. I'm not even gonna try. It's gonna come out wrong. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Also on the menu at Penang is one truly unique dish. It's called sarang barong, made from yams which are mashed and mixed with rice flour, a tradition that comes from China, even if the yam is thought to have made its way east from Portugal. Once molded into a crown-like shape and dropped in the wok, what comes out is truly spectacular.
She's putting some raw cashew nuts on the top. Yeah.
Sweet from the yam. It's wonderful. Oh, good.
Now be sure to save room because if you have a sweet tooth, you may want to try the shaved ice with red bean or this peanut pancake. And it is prepared in a similar fashion to roti canai, starting with a stretched piece of dough.
Now you see the peanuts, and now you don't. You have to come down to Penang. They know what they're doing, people.